Welcome to our podcast. I'm Iris from the Hair Chapel in Brisbane. We know hair, we understand business, and we drink wine.
My name's Meg, owner of Era Hair in Brisbane also. We're here to have fun. We're here to laugh about the sad truth and reality of running business, running our chaotic lives and making it all work.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello.
Hello,
How are we?
Miss
It's me
Iris.
starting for a change. Hello, Meg. And Meg, welcome. And
Thank
Meg is
you.
from Era Hair. And what are we going to talk about today?
Today, cancellations, because who loves cancellations?
Oh, my God. Exactly. So, no show?
No show.
No go. Right. That's what we're talking about today. So, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's one of those pain points that sometimes I genuinely feel bad. Like I am a mum, right?
gotcha. 100%.
The kid's sick.
Absolutely.
I just sometimes really struggle
Absolutely.
with morally imposing it. But they're not my child,
Yeah.
right? Like
That's correct.
I care about them. I
Yeah.
care about all the clients that come in through the salon. But that's not my responsibility. They have a booking and
Correct.
oh,
You're
I
running a
struggle
business.
with it.
We've spoken about it before. We do much of the creative time and we don't want to run our business as a business. This is a business. If you go to a dentist and you don't show up, they will charge you.
They charge me.
Yeah. Now my dog groomer
Ruthless.
charges me as well. And
Yes.
you know what?
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
That's your time.
That's exactly right. We have to start thinking differently. We have to start thinking about the fact that we are professionals.
Yes.
We are professionals and we are running a business. And you cannot run a business when you have no money.
Yeah.
So if you are a balayage or a blonding salon and your services are 4 hours and you do two
I've
clients
lost half a day.
two clients a day. You've lost half a day. You've got to pay that staff member 4 hours out of thin air.
Yeah.
If you have
For nothing.
two cancellations, you're working for nothing. How do you recuperate that?
You can utilize the time for training for
Yes.
all of the purposeful things that we
Yeah.
do. Like it's what we do.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it doesn't stop the fact that money is not coming in.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this is what we need to change the mentality of the salon owners
Yeah.
of. You have
And
to
the team.
The team
Because
as well.
it's
Value
the people-
yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Value yourself. So again, we're going to go back to those procedures, to those policies, to putting everything into place. You have to have a really strict procedure into place.
Yeah.
Now, the way we do it is probably different than a lot of salons do it.
How do you do it? Do you take deposits straight up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're a new client,
Yeah.
you are not getting booked in unless we have a 50% deposit.
Yeah.
All the way.
Yeah.
If you do not give us a 50% deposit, we will pester you until we have it, or we just take you out of the book if we pestered you so many times and you're not agreeing to that.
Yeah.
Because the chances of you not taking us seriously is pretty high. And I have been in the industry for a very, 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 very long time to understand patterns when people are booking. I can start calling you out when you're going to be a no-show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's experience. Not every salon owner or stylist has that. And they're just happy to have a fully booked column, but that doesn't mean you're going to be
They're going to
busy.
show, yeah.
That's exactly right.
Here's the thing, right? Yesterday, I think it was, I had a client who had been like DMing me for a while. Hey, really want this. She picked out a few photos of work that we've done in the past. I knew the stylist was Kayla, put it in with Kayla. Cool. Then the lady, it was just a consult, thankfully, but we'd been talking for so long, like genuinely so bloody long, that I'm like, oh, thankfully, finally, she's just going to come in.
Yeah.
And no show for
Absolutely.
a consultation.
Absolutely.
Why?
The amount of people not showing up for consultations is huge because they have no invested, because you give a free
No
consultation,
investment.
there's no investment from them. So it's about giving them invested interest, right?
Yeah.
So you first of all have to make sure that everybody through the board, when a client walks in, knows how to take a deposit. Like
Yeah.
you say, we have 4 options. You can tap your card. We can
Do it online.
on the computer.
Yeah.
You can give us cash, or you can do bank transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't want your credit card stored on our system,
Yeah.
then that's fine.
Send us the money.
Send us the money. Show me the money.
Yeah.
So that is how we do it. So we're very strict on that. The other thing is as well, we unfortunately, our beautiful receptionist has just left.
Yep.
But the only person answering the phone was our receptionist. Now that she's not with us, it's me.
Yeah.
Nobody.
You're a great receptionist, by the way.
Thank you. Nobody is answering that phone for the moment. And the reason why that is how many clients call up saying, oh yeah, I called up yesterday. I can't remember who I spoke to, but I spoke to somebody and I cancelled it.
It was me.
Yeah.
You were talking to me.
Yeah, you were talking to me. Exactly. So I can say, well, no, nobody answers the phone. It was me. And something that our beautiful receptionist, Audrey, created, it's a phone log. We log pretty much every phone call that comes through the salon. In the beginning, I thought overkill.
Yeah, right? Like extra admin.
Extra admin.
How much time are we investing in this?
Yes, but we've narrowed it down a little bit. But she's got her earplugs in as well. And she goes, the head chapel, Audrey speaking, how can I help you? And she takes the number, the name, the phone call, what time it was. She writes down the stylist, did everything whilst she's talking. She's very fast. I'm not so fast, so it takes me a little bit longer. But also the reason for calling and so on and so forth. So then when the client says, no, I called, we can say, oh, can you please show us proof of the text message or the phone call? Can you please send us a screenshot? Because I'm not embarrassed to ask for that. She's not embarrassed. She wasn't embarraed to ask for that.
As long as you're doing it nicely. Like you're not being an a-hole about it. You're just like,
saying, oh, we have no recollection of calling us. We've just gone through our phone log and there is absolutely no phone call that came in with your phone number to let us know or the answer machine. So if you can please send us a screenshot of when you called, we'd be more than happy to cancel that cancellation fee.
Yeah.
But you didn't. Because you can't back it up, because everybody, if you made a phone call, it's on your phone.
Yeah,
it's on your phone. You haven't deleted them. You don't delete all your phone calls every day.
I mean, my mother-in-law, she loves cleaning out her texts. I don't get it. Like it goes nowhere. God bless her for being
you can
so
still,
organized.
I think, retrieve them for like 24 hours or something. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, I don't think she's that
clever.
Like,
okay,
you know.
Okay. Yeah. But at the end of the day, again, it comes.
But I mean, who's good? Like, if you're fibbing, you're fibbing.
Yeah,
right?
you're fibbing. You get caught out. Yeah. So. And none of this would be possible with our beautiful sponsors, NAC.
Proudly Australian made and owned.
Thank you. And it's not about that I want to catch you out. It's not about that I don't, it's about being honest. We have clients, right, that have not shown up. And then they go, oh my God, Iris, I'm so sorry. And they come in, they've got flowers, they've got chocolates, they feel so apologetic for not showing up, and they pay their 50% no-show fee.
Because they respect your time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you a little story, and I've actually got a video of that on our Instagram as well.
Okay.
A new client that comes in, they have to pay their deposit or they have to pay their credit card online or whatever, If they don't show up and you take their 50% or you keep their 50% or you got their credit card online because they did an online booking, so you have their 50%, they go absolutely crazy and angry because they didn't take accountability.
They've done something wrong.
Yeah, because they were wrong. So what's going to happen? They go to you and they go, well, I'm never coming back. And I'm like,
bye.
Well, too bad. And eventually a lot of these people, they want to be part of a status salon. Yeah, they want to go to a nice place. They want to go to a professional salon, a professional business. There is very few salons these days that do not take any deposit or have no cancellation policy.
We're not on our own for taking deposits.
We're not on our own, right?
Yeah.
So don't threaten me, right? Don't threaten me with, oh, well, I'm never coming back. Because you have to go to the next salon who's going to do exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to go to the next salon who's going to do exactly the same. And eventually you run out of salons.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to start paying your deposit back. So if you haven't got their deposit and they have to pay it back on their next visit, okay, you've lost out on that.
Yeah.
But they can't book in again until they have cleared that debt. Yeah. So if they've gone to all the salons that are decent or nice in our area who do charge a deposit, they will either have to start paying back their deposit to come back to a salon who don't keep their deposit, or they have to go to the salon that is not busy, that has no values, that has no procedures into place, that has no education, because the salon doesn't value themselves. Yeah. So then you are saying a lot about yourself. You're saying that you belong in a salon that doesn't value yourself.
Yeah. I think also it's important that people understand that if you want a good stylist, guess what?
You pay a deposit.
They're not free.
They're not free. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But it tells a lot about who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tells a lot about don't mess with me. Don't, value my time. You don't have to come to me. I remember, again, I'm going to put Audrey in this as well. Audrey in the beginning was like, oh my God, but they're money, they're clients. I said, no, not our client.
Our time.
I said, let them go. For everyone that we let go, we get 10 that are better.
Yeah.
And that is how we build our business.
Yeah.
That's just how we grow. Right? You don't build a business on bending over for everybody, because then it shows that you haven't got any standards, you haven't got any values, you haven't got any procedures, because everybody can come and go and do what they want, run late, run this. I fired a client.
I really want to fire clients. Like some I just can't get rid of, like stink.
Yes, you can. I'm
just not rebooking you.
I had one particular client, and she was just 3 weeks. She came in every 8 weeks, and 3 weeks before she came in, I started to get anxiety attacks, and I was like starting to think, why am I putting up with it? Every time she comes in, she's 20 minutes, half an hour late.
Yeah.
Every time
No
comes
respect.
in with a latte. Then she's gone to the back in the bins. We have sustainable salons. She opens the bin, chucks her freaking rubbish in there. I get phone call from Sustainable Salon. There's items in your bin that shouldn't be, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's
really,
weird.
Yeah, and then she grabs products. She's like, oh, what is this? Are there samples? Is there freebies? Is there this? Is there
That's
that?
hilarious.
So and then we
she's just chucking him in a handbag as she goes.
like,
I imagine.
it's a small product, but it isn't a freebie. You still have to pay for it. It's not a sample size. And then they come to the checkout and they go, how much? Every time. Every time. Well, you've been coming to me for 8 years. If you don't know how much I charge, then any discount? Can you? No, I'm not a discount salon. That's not what I do. So eventually, I thought, no, I have to get rid of her.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I really put my prices up. Best remedy. I removed certain clients.
Yeah.
And they're like, does all my years of loyalty not stand for anything?
Preach.
Who cares? You gave me more stress than anything. So you're not my values. But again, it took me wisdom years.
Yeah.
Wisdom years to be kind to myself, to become kind to myself.
Gotta value yourself.
Value myself more. I come from a family, we've spoken about that, hardworking family, and the client is always right. The client ain't always right.
No.
Yeah?
We'll treat that client with kindness and respect.
Absolutely.
Always. You can
Absolutely.
expect that from us, but it doesn't mean that I'm your whipping boy.
Absolutely. I had a client, it's a few weeks back, and again, Audrey is on the phone and the client is being rude to her, right? And she comes to me, Audrey, she's hung up. She says, the client has threatened you to threatened us to do Google reviews, to do this. It was about her husband made an appointment for her and it was on the wrong day. So therefore she couldn't come on that day. It was booked and we charged her a 50% cancellation fee. So she says, that's a disgrace, blah, blah, blah. I'm a lawyer, I'm this, I'm that.
Then you should
Audrey,
know to read our T's and C's.
Exactly. And this comes back to our procedures. Let me tell you about that yet again. So I do not tolerate my clients being rude to my staff.
No.
It's a big no-no.
Yeah.
So I said, don't worry about it. I said, I will call the client back. So I was like, hi, it's Iris from the Hair Chapel. I think there was some discrepancy in the understanding of the 50% cancellation fee if less than 24 hours. She says, by the way, can I just say, the woman said, Audrey is absolutely beautiful. I know. I said, she's such an asset to the company. I said, she's so caring, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. If you've ever met Audrey, very caring person.
Yeah.
And she says, yes, this is an absolute disgrace. I said, I appreciate that, but unfortunately it was within 24 hours.
By the way, I heard you're a lawyer, so good news.
Well, anyway, she kept on showing up and I was very kind. I was talking like this. I said, no, I totally understand, all that sort of stuff. And she's like, and then she starts to threaten me. Well, then I'm going to start writing reviews and all that sort of stuff. And I just said to her, I said, fine. I said, if you feel that that's what you have to do, I said, you need to make sure that all the information is in the review, because if you do write the review, I will make sure that it's replied with all the information that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Refer to Audrey's call list. And
thank you very much. Right. So then the other thing that we do, this is what she says. Well, I wanted to call yesterday, but you were closed yesterday. And I'm like, well, we do honor the phone. Actually, I said the salon is closed on a Monday. However, Audrey is working. She works from home on a Monday because she works from Monday to Friday. And she takes phone calls on a Monday. So you could have called the salon. I said, however, you had every opportunity to send us an email, go on our website, fill in a contact form. I said, give us a text, an email, a phone call, Instagram, Facebook,
Pigeon.
TikTok. Yeah, pigeon. So you had every opportunity to keep in contact, get in contact with us, and the phone would be time-stamped, the message is time-stamped, and we do honor when the message came through, not when we get the message.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. And she says, oh, well, that's you should state that on your, well, I didn't know that or whatever. You should state that on your website. And I'm like, well, no. Everybody knows you can answer a phone any given time, right? So every new client, we take their email or we have their phone number and we send them an email. Yeah.
We have, show us your Insta pics, here's your time and day, and this is our T's and C's.
And our T's and C's. So welcome to the Hair Chapel. This is who we are. This is our values. This is what we stand for. This is our car park. And in there it says the salon is open from Tuesday to Saturday. The phones are answered from Monday to Friday. We could see that she had opened the email.
Yeah.
When she had opened the email, so I took a screenshot, boom, sent it to her saying, and this is the email that you opened with the T's and C's on when we are open and so on and so forth.
The lawyer just got lawyered.
The lawyer just got lawyered. And this is, again, it's because every time you get slapped in the face, you back yourself up.
Yeah.
And
it feels exhausting sometimes.
It's exhausting. It is exhausting. But again, it's your CEO head. That's what you want to do. You either are that creativity and you don't care about 50% cancellation fees. And at the end of the week, you might have 3 members of staff who had half a day's off because they had no shows, or you take yourself serious, you start really thinking this through, and you really start putting down procedures for your cancellations and making sure that you back up yourself in all the corners so they can't come to you from any angle, because that's what it's about.
And I feel like consistency, when you have that consistency, it takes away the feeling of exhaustion because you're not exercising a new muscle, you're not exercising a new thought process. This is what we do.
Yeah, this is who we are.
We know what the next step is. Yeah. And it takes away that what next?
And it takes away the opportunity for them to play you. They can't play you.
No.
See? And that is what
clients are cheeky.
They are. They want
cheeky little buggers.
They think they know better. And it's the salons who don't have their values spelled out for them correctly, who then they're empty. They're chasing the walk-ins. They're chasing, that's what happens. Rather, if you haven't paid your deposit, we're starting to think, oh, you ain't going to come in. I need to have that space open.
Yeah.
Because I need somebody else.
Someone else is going to be here.
It's going to be here.
They'll take that spot.
Yeah, exactly right.
So tell me, when have you learnt the hardest way of? I mean, I think that's a pretty challenging situation with the lawyer. But when have you learnt when to value yourself? Like, what was that pivotal moment, the instance with a client where you're like, hang on a second, I'm not holding myself to my standard?
It's pretty new, that one.
It is new.
Yeah, and that is Amber.
Yeah.
So Amber was the person who started to make me value and believe myself. I know she doesn't think so, but really she is the person that made me believe that, yes, you can do it like that, and this is how you have to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're a strong, independent woman.
Yes, I am.
So why shouldn't you value yourself? So Amber started to think, don't put up with that.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand for that. And it wasn't until we had our relationship grow that I really started to go, hell yeah, that is not good. I can't do that. And then I remember one day, oh my God, that's years ago. I'm talking over 10 years ago. It was an election day and we were fully booked, fully booked.
Yep.
And it was an election day. Don't ask me what Queensland election it was. I can't remember.
One of them.
And I thought, none of these girls are going to take their lunch. I already knew that.
Yeah.
So I brought in food. I brought in everything. So it was going to be grazing all day. I could see it happening, right?
Yeah.
So I said to the girls, I said, rub your calves for tomorrow because it's going to be a busy one. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I don't know how it got booked like it is, but it's going to be really busy. So I'm going to bring lunch in, so don't worry. Yeah. So
who would have thought election day would have inspired?
no.
Do you want to run your salon with confidence?
Then you have to come to me. I run an 8-week program from booked out boss to fired up salon owner. Go to my website, saloncoachingbiz.com, and you can book a complimentary, no obligation consultation with myself for a business analysis. Nobody showed up.
They're travesty.
100% of the clients did not show up. 100% of the clients. 100% of the clients. Now we had
At least you had the snacks.
At least we had snacks and we twiddled our fingers. But that just shows you how
Wild.
many years ago that they didn't have
They didn't
the
respect
respect.
your time.
They didn't respect it. And we were still just hairdressers. Because in those days, we still had a 50% cancellation fee as well. We've always had it. But I didn't have my values right, so I didn't implement it. I didn't have all my strategies right. So they could get away with it. They could still play me.
Yeah.
And I remember one day there was a lady calling up and we said, oh yeah, there's a 50% cancellation fee. And she goes, why? I said, because you cancelled.
You're booking my time.
Yeah. And she says, yeah, I understand that, but why? I said, well, like if you go to the dentist, they charge you 50% if you don't show up. She says, yeah, I understand that for a dentist, but why? And she says, but you're just a hairdresser.
Ouch.
Now, if I could
Don't
have
come back.
knocked her teeth through the... I just thought, how dare you? So it's okay to value a dentist, but it's not okay to
I'm
value
just a peasant. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. True story. And that is just what really started to get my back up. It really started to make me angry. And that's when I really started to put all the other procedures and policies into place and refine them. And every time something happens, I went, boom, add that to it. Boom, add that to it. So, yeah.
So if you don't have an amber, we are your amber.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Yes. And value yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. So what's next? So we've got the systems, processes in place to value ourselves. We know our worth. We back what we've got going on.
Yeah. So we've got our 50% or whatever cancellation fee. We've got our no-show fee. We also have a change of mind policy.
Oh.
Yes. So that's at the front desk. So it's a change of mind policy.
So what? I wanted a pixie cut, but now I don't. And now I've got a pixie cut.
You've booked in for a 5-hour color service, but you just want to blow dry now.
Oh, stop. Piss off.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, because that's not the value that you're booked in for.
Yeah.
So a change of policy, a change of mind policy.
Okay.
And also, we've had to incorporate that with clients who come in with a picture. They are absolutely ecstatic when they walk out. They love their hair. And
But
then
they take a day to process.
no, they go home and the husband or somebody says,
Someone else doesn't like
what the
it.
hell have you done with your hair?
Yeah.
What is that? Oh my God.
Why did you go pink?
Yeah. Why did you do that for?
Yeah.
And it's ugly. It's disgusting. Why do doesn't suit you. And then those people feel very insecure.
Yeah.
And then the next day they complain. Or hang on a second.
You showed me a picture with pink hair. I gave you pink hair.
Hang on a second. You were pretty happy yesterday. You absolutely loved it. You walked out.
Yeah.
So if you now come back and want to change it, even though it is within maybe 24 hours that you've come back and you want it changed, I'm not responsible for your marriage. I'm not responsible.
We're not.
That's a you problem.
Yeah. This isn't Maya's.
No.
Just because your boyfriend didn't like the jumper, you can't take it back.
You can't take it back. Yeah, I'm not giving you a refund because you didn't like it. I'm not giving you, or if you want to have something done to change it, then that's not my problem. That is a you problem. That is a relationship problem. That is not a professional styling problem. If we get it wrong, get back into that chair. We fix it. If it's
where they say we have 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
If there's something that, you've turned your head this way and now you're not sure how it sits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
So we're not awful. We're not cruel.
Yeah.
I had a client sitting in the chair the other day and I knew it was off.
As in, like she just had that energy?
No, I wasn't happy with it. And it was my client.
The client's hair. Yeah,
cool. It was my client.
It wasn't sitting well with you.
It wasn't sitting well with me. I looked at it and it wasn't sitting well with me. And I'm going over and I'm going, nah. And she's like, yeah, no, I didn't want to say anything. I said, that ain't right.
Yeah. I hate it when clients lie though.
Yeah.
Why do they lie?
Why? And I said,
Just
have you got
tell
time?
me.
They said, yes. I said, great. I said, blah, blah, blah.
Redo.
And it was fixed, right?
Yeah.
But, and this is it, own it. How often do we look in the mirror and we ignore the eye contact of the client because we don't want to admit it's actually a mess up? And therefore, if we don't make eye contact or if we don't talk about it, she's not going to know it. Well, if I can see it, everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Just so we are aware about
And not
that.
only that, everyone else knows where you go
Yeah.
to get your hair done.
Absolutely. So own it. Own it. Everybody makes mistake. I've been in the hairdressing industry for a very, very long time. I still make mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm human.
Here we go.
I
Congratulations.
still make mistakes. Do I make them less? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's still times where I go, I shouldn't have done that. Or that didn't quite work out the way it worked out. So you have to own it, because if you want to put all these policies and procedures into place for a 50% cancellation fee, a change of mind policy, then you need to own it too.
Yeah, right. If you're going to hold your clients accountable, you also have to be accountable for your
absolutely.
part. Yeah.
And I think this is where the discrepancy starts, where you think you're the cream of the top.
Yeah, you floated to the top.
Yeah, you floated to the top and nobody can touch you anymore. But then you become arrogant. It's not about arrogancy. It's about being true to yourself, having the right values for yourself, but also for the client.
And quality product.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Someone looking rubbish.
It's your name walking out, isn't it?
Right.
So if it's not going to be good, we've got a few reviews on our reviews that are a 1-star. One of the 1-star reviews was...
I liked it too much.
was nothing but money grabbing.
Oh, ouch.
I've had only made an appointment and they already wanted my money. And I'm like, reply, saying, it's not money grabbing. It is 50% of your...
It's a deposit.
It's a deposit. So it's a half of your appointment. I don't know. I would have to read it.
Some people just can't help themselves from being mean.
Yeah. And it's like, if you're going to read that as a person going to your reviews, you go, oh, yeah, so they've charged 50% and he didn't like it. Okay, that's not a review that concerns me. So that doesn't bother me, you know? So I think we've got 2 bad reviews that are really about like, giving or not giving money, but about the money that is being taken before that. You're not my client. I'm not holding a gun against your head and say you have to come to me. But if you come to me, you value my policies, and you respect my staff. We respect each other, and we're going to have a great relationship.
Yeah.
If you do not, there's the door. Go to Susie Lou around the corner.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love it. I think everyone who doesn't have an Amber in their life needs to know to value your time, know your worth, take the deposit, because there's no reason you should be shortchanged just because someone else decided that today's not the day that they want to hop out of bed. Yeah. That's not your problem.
It's not your problem.
Yeah.
And I think once you start to realize it's not your problem, life becomes a lot easier. And there you go. We're going to leave it at that. Start charging your 50% or whatever percentage cancellation fee, your no-show fee. Have your policies, have them written down, have them available for your clients to read, and make sure that they can't get back to you, and set up for yourself. Value yourself.
Yeah. And if you don't have them, call Iris.
Yeah. I'm there. So on that note, we're going to love you and leave you. If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, subscribe to us, but also comment. Comments are very important. And if there is a topic that you want us to talk about in the future, mention that in the comments too. Or if you have any questions, please comment on the podcast that we just did, and we'd be more than happy to answer. Or if you have trouble implementing something, we can help you with that as well.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
See ya. Bye.